What's it counting down?
Oh my God. That's terrifying.
Danny.
What happened?
What's the countdown?
Floating across the room.
Hold on. Here, hold on.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Two, one.
Whoa.
See, it's the countdown until we're ready to go.
Oh.
I had that thing super exciting. I was like, I haven't used this countdown in a while. I wonder if that's the slide. And I hit it and I was like, oh, there it is. Happy February, friends. It's the month of love. Wait, I have to go back to the screen that I was in. Trish, you have to see what your daughter did for me. Ready?
Let's see it.
Aren't we cute?
We're adorable.
We
We're
are
adorable.
We are here, and it's Monday, February 2nd, 2026. And we are going to fly through some things, friends, because I wanted to make sure that we recognize you for anything that you did in your Mary Kay business this past week. So who wants to share a little bit? What'd you get done?
I made money without doing anything.
Ooh.
Terry, you need to share this because this is so great. Tell them. I know, right? Tell them.
Okay, so I still don't understand the math to it, so I may need explaining on it.
Okay.
But I had somebody shop my website and they purchased two of the okay. Well, the math didn't math. It looked like it did it as like a buy one, get one 50% off. So that's why I was like confused on it. Because it said that the total was 40, but then it also said that the total was 31.56 or something like that. So that's where I didn't understand.
Did you?
And I didn't do any type of sales. I went back and forth on my shop to try to figure it out, but there was nothing on there.
This is very exciting. I'm very excited to see. You were free shipping?
So you offer free
No,
shipping?
they pay for shipping.
Well, you should call the company and let's find out together. That'll be a great thing.
Because I was like,
Super
this
sleuth.
doesn't make sense.
So does it email you when they place an order?
Yes.
Okay.
And
you'll get a congratulations.
You see everything that they order?
Yeah, you just don't see their name unless they become your customer.
Oh. Ooh. Like that.
Yeah, that's the downside. Is I couldn't get any of the information to be able to reach
so you
out
can't
to
be
them.
like, hey, did you get your product? Did you like it?
Right. So that's
that was a buzz at leadership. And the thing that they explained was that they offer a few times throughout the process of somebody shopping to register, to get a consultant, might but register. So that they remind them a few times. And so if they do not choose to register, then we have to respect,
honor that. Yeah.
And honor that. That is their choosing. And it's so hard because we want to thank them. We want to give them a gift. We want to this and that.
Right.
And, we have to think of, kind of how Amazon is, it's not, we don't want to be like Amazon, but people go on there, they shop what they want and they get it. I mean, that's kind of the thing. I had an order today. I got an order this morning that does not, I was really excited the other day because I thought, it's going to be, a new person. And it was one of my customers who just didn't want to register. Like she's in a rush probably or something. But the one I got today does not look like the normal group of things that any of my customers order. And so I was like, well, that's pretty cool. And I didn't
Yeah.
double check the math. I kind of just went into it blankly, I guess. But what was not, I mean, when you looked at the email that said you got it, what did the math look like with the subtotal, shipping, tax, and all that?
Hold on, I'm pulling it.
Cool.
So one of the emails said it was $40 as the subtotal. Shipping was $5.95, and then tax was $3.85. So the grand total was $49.80.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then in the other email, it goes, your order total was $31.24.
I wonder if that's what you're getting paid.
No, I got $18.56.
So that's worth calling to find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you only get paid $18.56?
Well, that's where I was like, did it just do a buy one, get one? That's where I just didn't know.
No.
Okay, question.
Okay.
Is it the fee? Is it the fee that we have to deal with Stripe?
I don't
No,
know.
it can't be
They're
that
paying
much.
for Stripe.
But if you think about it, for 40 or for almost $50, even though like tax and everything there,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, I don't know.
Well, you think of the cost of it is $20. Like your profit on a $40 order is $20.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
You got how much?
1836.
That kind of makes
Well,
sense.
yeah, it
because
might be the
it's-
credit card fee.
It's like $1 something probably for the credit card fee. So if it was
Yeah.
$20 profit.
It's
And,
8. It's 8%. Does that sound right? Or
no,
0.08%?
I don't know.
No,
Seems a
that's
little
tax. The
high.
fee they charge is like 3% or something. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So what is, I don't know what 3% is about that, but really, truly, I mean, if the wholesale order was what the cost was $20 means your profit was $20. So there wouldn't be any way that you made more than $20 on a $40
Right.
order,
Right.
and it would be there is some kind of credit card processing. Let me look at the one that I got today was $212. We'll go this other example. $212 was the total,
Mm-hmm.
and there was $5.95 shipping. Our tax was $18.25 for a total of $236.20. And the amount that it showed in InTouch, like you go to Stripe and you look at like your report or whatever it is, my profit said that would be depositing in my account was $99 and change. So
Probably
I
about
think
right then.
it's really hard when it's a small order. And that if I were you guys, I would never put free shipping under. I mean, I don't have free shipping on mine at all right now. And I wouldn't put it under 75 to 100. I mean, unless you were doing like a promotion, I would. Me, it's just, especially on a small order. If you've had paid shipping on there where you pay the shipping, it'd be like $10. So, yeah, you do need to see. Maybe there'll be more of a printout as it. It sounds like yours is farther along because I only have the one email so far with the total. Yeah, and we have a question, we can absolutely call the company and they'll go over all of us.
Yeah, I think I've had 4 orders placed through there so far.
And how did your math, Dan?
Not quite 50. But part of that's because I have free shipping over 75 and all of them were bigger than 75. And I will tell you that putting some kind of a free shipping of an amount, $100, I think would be a great starting point. Because most other websites, it's $100, right? These are customers that normally don't spend $75. That because 3 of the 4 were current customers. And they went ahead and spent over 75. So I'll take it. Okay.
And that's a decision everybody has to make. Like, do you want to cover that? Do you want? I used to do a thing called shared shipping where I would give them some kind of discount, maybe not, not the whole thing, but that's not an option onto my shop. But definitely, like Dan said, 75. 75 pushes the envelope a little bit, because you know that in Mary Kay stores, like 2 things can sometimes be $75. So it's not a stretch
Right.
to say that. Like, if you got a cleanser and a moisturizer, how much is that? It's like 60. So
60.
It just means that, like, adding
Yeah.
on one item and then have free shipping. So I think that's
Yeah.
when I look at the payout, it says $99.15. It doesn't give any breakdown, but I'm sure there might be some kind of report that we can look at somewhere else. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah. Well, this seems like it'll be an ongoing, we're all going to learn together.
Yeah, because mine, I loaded in pictures back in
Yep.
December when they were telling us to do that. But when
Yeah.
I go to my page, there's no picture, not even my consultant picture, nothing.
It will be. So what I would do is when you get a second, give them a call, because mine didn't show up for a while. It's there now. Trish,
Mine just showed up. Mine
Yeah.
just showed up when we were at leadership, because I was going to go ask them about it. And I looked, ding, there they are. So it takes months, I think, sometimes to get those photos in there, but they'll come. You can always call and ask them about it.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so hey, today, or actually yesterday, everybody could find out what the new spring products were.
Yay!
And here, my friend, we have the new Hydration Hero. It's the Mary Kay Hydrating Cream Mask for 24. That is going to be replacing the moisture renewing gel mask. So if you have samples of those, get samples in Pamper Packs right away of the old one. If you've got, hey, you could get this gel mask for half price, or hey, I'll give you this gift just for coming. Give them a gel mask if you've got a plethora on your shelf. Okay. It's a good thing. The hydrating mask, it really is very lovely. So I'm excited for you guys to try it and check it out. Okay. Our oldie but goodie, our after sun replenishing gel is back. So I would encourage you to stock up, because that will sell out. I did my 10, so I should be okay through the season. But don't wait until April and then get upset because it's sold out. Okay, just think ahead. People are going to want this one. These beautiful new lip glosses. I'm wearing cherry red today.
I found the purple one. What's it called?
It just is so pretty. Lilac Love, cherry red, and
Lilac.
rose noir. And they're limited edition, but they're very, very nice. No tackiness about them. The colors hold up fairly well. 18 each, limited edition, because when they're gone, they're gone. But oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Perfect shades for Valentine's Day. Then we have a limited edition citrus and shea bundle, which is your lip balm and lip cream. This would be a really good one for Valentine's Day. Yes. And such a nice little set.
Have you seen on Facebook? I keep seeing someone who takes the little lip balm and they make it into like a little keychain.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where would I find a hole puncher that tiny?
Trish, thoughts?
Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
Amazon or Michael's. I think I have one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but that's
what
how they
it's
do it.
called. You can.
That's
I'm
so
sure if you went to
cute to have
Amazon,
it on your keychain.
It's
super cute, right?
It's like a leather hole puncher almost type concept.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
it would
yeah.
have to be strong enough to get all the way through there.
Oh,
Right.
So the leather one would
Right.
be the best.
Mhm.
it's very-
That's a
they're
good
very
idea.
sharp.
The leather one.
I'll see if I can find something for you. But there are a lot of places.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so then you've got our illuminating bronzers, same shades as last year, medium glow and deep glow. So check your stash if you've got some extras from last season. You don't need to stock up, just get what you need, right?
Exactly.
Just saying. But what I do love about these, you guys, is I turn these into eyeshadows myself. Like they'll be my bronzer, all that good stuff. They'll be my contour, and then they're on my eyes too. So just, you can use them everywhere. It's good. Then we've got all kinds of things, and there's some stuff Trish is going to show you soon, but we got the e-commerce experience. This is all in there in the Connect Hub. to learn about the e-commerce options and the tiered discount structure. Trish and I kind of feel strongly in that let us explain the tiered part because we want to make sure that they understand that they still at some point have to place an activating order throughout the course of their time so that they are considered an active consultant. But I will tell you, it worked out really well to get somebody to place an order to get back to active status in January in our unit. So I was super excited. I was like, oh, yay. Because I was explaining the differences to her. And she was like, I think I'm just going to order. I was like, that's a great idea. So yeah, that's what we did. Diving into digital, the usual things that are there for you. Social media playbook, of course. Mary Kay Bingo is going in there too. But also check out the new Promoting Your Online Shop and Golden Rule Customer Service MK Confident modules. These are really cool, you guys. And there's also good career conference recognition for those of you guys that get your My Shop set up. So Terry and Amy, good job. You're already giving me it's got the green little thing there. Phyllis, are you all set up?
Yes, I am.
Yay, good for you. Okay. And then there's a Mary Kay Global Bingo Challenge. This is January 1st through February 28th. And there's challenges each week. So you can get your bingo card filled in and you can play. Here we go. It's a career conference My Shop challenge. So when you set up your online shop, you register for career conference, which Anaheim is the one that's the closest for us. And the date on that is March 21st, the 20th and 21st. So if you're looking at dates there, it would be a really great thing. It's the company event that they put on. And you get a special My Shop lanyard that then you could wear your school ID on.
Aha.
I have a bling one that I'm going to put my volunteer badge on and run around and people can go, where'd you get that? But yeah, so if you set up your online shop prior to this recognition launching, it still counts. And it does, because I know that Terry and Amy got it done right away and it was already showing there. So that's all good. And then there will be on February 6th, that's when you can start planning your trip for career conference. And there's a limited number of dates. And I know there's also a number of seats. So like at the Anaheim Career Conference, there's only 2,000 seats available. So they are anticipating that one selling out relatively.
But it's in English.
It is in English. I'm super excited. I know it's in English. Normally the Anaheim one is in Espanol.
With no translation to English.
With no translation for you. But, because it's the month of love, we are still offering our fabulous Earning Double when you order by the 15th. These are now, you can kind of do the math and figure out what products you'll be getting of the new spring line. These are the ones I will be giving you because it's super awesome. And then we are still earning our pearls of sharing this whole month, you guys. But Danny, what if I add 3 team members? I'll give you 3 necklaces. I don't care. Then you can layer them and you'll look like, like a flapper from the Gatsby era. It'll be super great. Get your bracelets, get your necklaces. It's all good. But don't forget, when you place 300 or more by the 15th, you're going to be invited to a special training with National Sales Director Karen Reidel. And she's kind of the brainchild behind the Boss Babes event that we are going into part 3 on here this evening. And so I wanted to make sure you were ready to rock and roll here. And then we've got Trish is going to show you some things. And we've got weekly event on Thursday nights in person.
Oh,
That we are going to be sharing with you. But you have to stay on till the bitter end. So we can tell you what we're doing. And we really do know what we're doing, just so you know. It's not like hey, we're just going to worry about this and figure it out. Okay, so let's see where I'm at. Screen, Chrome tab. I want this one. I want this. And I'm going to go large screen. Kristen Sharp is your trainer today, friends.
Oh, yay.
And here we go. We're ready to rock, and I'm going to mute
So,
myself.
have you ever had a moment where something inside you just knew it's time? Not someday, not when everything feels perfect, but now. Well, hi, I'm Kristen Sharp, National Sales Director, and I've had several of those it's time moments in my life, and every single one of them changed the direction of my future. You know, I've been in Mary Kay for 19 years now, but my Mary Kay story began long before I ever ordered my own starter kit. It actually started 39 years ago when my mom made the decision to become a Mary Kay beauty consultant. At the time, I was 5 years old and my brother Scott was 2. And my mom originally joined to earn extra money so she could put me in piano and dance lessons. But not too long after she started her business, she became a single parent. And Mary Kay became our livelihood. If my mom didn't work, we didn't eat. If she didn't hold parties and appointments, we didn't have food, clothing, or a roof over our head. So she was extremely motivated to work. So when people talk about their motivation or their why, I understand it deeply. You know, my mom didn't start her Mary Kay business because it was convenient. She started because she realized it was time to provide, time to take responsibility for our future, and time to build something that gave her control. Now, looking back, I know it wasn't easy. She had disappointments, she had discouragement, she had seasons where things didn't go her way, just like all of us. But I'm so grateful that I got to watch how she handled those moments, because her career didn't just provide for me and my brother, it shaped who we became. Mary Kay wasn't just my mom's job, it was our family business. And we worked with her, we helped her. And even at 5 years old, I had responsibilities. My first job was to label all the products, and I did an exceptional job. And as I got older, my responsibilities grew. And, you know, we always had a goal poster hanging right next to my mom's goal poster. And we even had quarterly prizes that we were working toward right alongside her. When my mom was working for her first Mary Kay career car, I was working for a hot pink scooter, and my brother Scott was working for a Fisher-Price bubble blowing lawnmower. I'll never forget. And our first job was simple. It was to go to the baby center and don't cry. In fact, we got paid $1 every time we went to the baby center while my mom held a Mary Kay appointment. We tracked it in our little gold jar, and we would fill in a thermometer with every dollar. So even at a young age, I understood something important. This wasn't just a job. This is what happens when someone decides it's time to go all in. You see, our family Mary Kay business paid for traveling sports teams for me and my brother, our first cars. It allowed us to graduate college debt-free. And even though I grew up watching the success that my mom had in Mary Kay, and I was blessed to have grown up pink, like I call it, I wasn't sure that Mary Kay was for me. So after college, I went after what I thought was my dream job, to work for the New York Times bestselling author and leadership speaker, John C. Maxwell. Maybe you know him. Well, I love leadership. I grew up listening to his CDs in Mom's pink Cadillac. Yeah, I said CDs. I think before that it was tapes, like cassette tapes. But I called John's office 75 times and I got 74 no's until I finally landed a job at his office. And what I realized later is this: I didn't take the rejection personally. I understood that each no wasn't about me. It was just part of the process. And I understand now why I could respond in that way. I had already watched this before. I had watched my mom hear no in her Mary Kay career over and over again. I watched her build from the ground up, party after party, goal by goal, all the way to National Sales Director. I had seen firsthand that no wasn't the end of the story. It was just part of the process. So when I was calling John Maxwell's office and hearing no again and again and again, I actually wasn't discouraged. I was actually conditioned to keep showing up, conditioned to stay professional, conditioned to trust that consistency eventually leads to a yes. And without even realizing it at the time, I was developing one of the most important skills I would ever use in my own Mary Kay business: the ability to keep moving forward without letting no stop you. So At 23 years old, I moved across the country from Washington State, the one by Oregon, to Atlanta, Georgia, to work for John Maxwell. I didn't know a soul. I actually found a roommate online. I bought a car over the phone, and none of those were like normal at this time, okay? I loved working for John. I learned so much, but my schedule was brutal. I traveled 5 to 6 days a week. I was rarely home. I was eating off like the dollar menu. And looking back, I'm grateful. I'm actually grateful that I got tired of staying in hotel rooms. I'm grateful that I got discouraged. I'm grateful that I was broke, living paycheck to paycheck, because discomfort has a way of pointing you to truth. It forced me to ask better questions of myself. Like, what do I want my life to look like? And what really matters to me? And that's when I realized it was time. Mary Kay had everything that I was looking for, and I could finally see myself in this business. So I called my mom and I told her that I was ready to order my starter kit. I'll never forget it. There was this like complete silence on the phone. I'm like, Mom, are you there? And after a long pause, she said, well, that sounds like a great idea, honey. So on June 1st, 2006, I became a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And the very first thing my mom told me to do was to hold a perfect start. She said, book 8 parties to hold at least 5, a perfect start. She told me that skincare parties were the answer to any question I had about the business. Now, in the beginning, I was actually totally against skincare parties. And to be transparent, I actually felt like I was above them. I just worked for a New York Times bestselling author, and I thought I was going to come into Mary Kay and find like this new and better way of doing things. Well, when I started, my mom still lived across the country from me in Washington State, a 9-hour plane ride. And there was no like virtual new consultant training. There wasn't Zoom. There wasn't like FaceTime like we have today. And she told me, Kristen, book 8 to hold 5. That was like new consultant training. And well, I wanted to prove her wrong, like any daughter, right? My plan was to do parties just long enough to show her that there was a better, more profitable, faster way to build. Well, 19 years later, oh boy, turns out, oh my gosh, Mary Kay, Ash, and Mom were right. And I figured it out in the beginning that they were right. And this brings me back to my very first party, you guys. My hostess's name was Barbara, and I was pre-profiling the guest for her party. I realized that every single woman coming had bronze skin, and clearly I do not. And I had 0 experience with bronze foundations, like no consultant training on that. So I called my mom in a panic saying, okay, Mom, what do I do? And she said, pull out all the bronze foundations and just put them on your face so you can understand the undertones. So literally I had them all slathered on my face, and I still did not understand the undertones. Like there was no CC creams, okay? This was a little bit more intense. And of course the party started and we got to the foundation section, and I looked around the room and I was like, oh my gosh, everyone is orange, like really orange. And they knew it wasn't the right color. I was frustrated. I was embarrassed. I was so uncomfortable that I didn't even do a table close. I didn't even share the opportunity. I was like, get me out of here. I just want this to be over. And they were saying, oh yeah, that's not the right color. Oh yeah, that's not right color. And then Barbara walked up to me and she said, Kristen, I want to join Mary Kay. And I said, you do? And she said, yeah, you don't even know what you're doing. And you're not even giving people the right foundation shade. And people are still buying products. Look at how much people are buying. I can totally do this, Kristen. Now, I didn't know if I should like laugh or cry in that moment, but I learned one of the most important lessons of my career that day. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to jump in. And sometimes not having it all figured out is exactly what allows someone else to see themselves doing this. Barbara ended up being on my team for over 17 years, and she taught me how to find bronze foundations. She also showed me the importance of diversifying my team. But more importantly, she taught me that finding people that are skilled in areas you are not is not a threat. It's actually key to your success. And this is exactly why this season and this Kit and Commit challenge is so perfectly timed. From the very beginning, Mary Kay Ash designed this business to be built through skincare parties. The original intention was to book 8 and hold 5 within a 2-week period. Why? Because momentum matters. When parties are closer together, confidence builds faster. Skills sharpen quicker. Results compound. So when you're watching this and saying, yes, it's time, I'm ready to go all in, I want to encourage you to think beyond just one perfect start. Doing this Kit and Commit promotion, you have the opportunity to do multiple perfect starts, not just 1, not 2, 3, or even, gosh, you could do 4 or more now through February 15th. Yes, there's recognition. Yes, there's the opportunity to earn a call with legendary National Sales Director Emeriti Linda Tupin and Pam Shaw. But more importantly, this is how top achievers are created. Now, before I close, I want to say this clearly because I understand. When I joined Mary Kay, my mom had already booked or recruited just about every friend or family member like we had. And there wasn't like this big list of like waiting for me to contact. So if you're thinking, oh, I just don't have the friends or family to book, or Kristen, I don't know where to start, I want you to hear me. You are not behind. You just have to build momentum a little differently. So here's the math. A leads are people you already have a strong relationship with, and know that A leads book at about an 80% rate. Now there's also B leads. Now these are friends of friends or referrals from A leads, and they book between a 40 to 60% rate. And then there are C leads. These are cold leads, facial box leads, random warm chats, vendor booths, like people you don't even know yet. And they book closer to a 20% rate. And with technology, that percentage can actually go down. Now, how did I figure this out? I tracked it, and a tracked number grows. So all leads are not created equal. And what I have found is that many consultants have been spending a lot of time trying to book C leads with a 20% booking rate. And only focusing on C leads can be time consuming and discouraging if you're not dealing with a large volume of leads. So understand the math. You can't expect C leads to perform like A leads without adjusting the volume. So once you understand that, the emotion comes out of it. Also know that even when you're at parties that are well coached, not all of them are going to hold. And that's not failure. That's just real life. That's why Mary Kay said, book 8 to hold 5. People reschedule, dentist appointments, hair appointments move. So the goal isn't perfection. The goal is to get good at the skincare party. So I want to encourage you to dust off your starter kit and move into action. Sit down and make your lead list, starting with A and then B and then C. And if you don't have enough, talk to your sales director about how to get more leads. Get masterful at booking from your bookings, because momentum doesn't come from waiting until you feel ready. Momentum comes from moving while you're learning. So if you've been waiting, overthinking, telling yourself you need more time, this is your moment. But more importantly, this is how top achievers are created. Looking back, the most strategic thing I ever did was fully jumping into the skincare party and committing to mastering it. Because everything I wanted from this business came from parties. Confidence, customers, team membership, directorship, cars, the million, national sales director. And the more parties I held, especially when I held them closer together, the faster I moved up the career path. Momentum doesn't come from doing one party really well. Momentum comes from doing many parties consistently. And some of you watching this today, you're standing at that same decision point. You've been thinking about the next step, the next goal, the next thing you keep circling. And if it keeps coming back to your heart, that's not random. That's clarity. And clarity is God's way of whispering, it's time. It's time. Time to decide, time to commit, time to move. It's your time, and you can do it.
I love her. Isn't that great, you guys?
I have like a little side story about Jen. When she was working for John Maxwell, I'm not sure how it even really happened. I don't know if somebody called me or what. Somehow Dale and I were picking her up to take her to lunch and then take her to the airport because she was in town for a John Maxwell thing.
Yeah.
She didn't know us. We didn't know her, but it was a delightful lunch experience. And she's exactly the same as she is right now. It's just she was about John Maxwell. It was such a good experience that we had talked to her about daughters, and she arranged for them to attend one of the events that they did for youth leaders in Atlanta.
No.
And they got to go for free. I mean, they paid for their own hotel and their car and stuff, but the Amy and Panda went to that, and it was the first time they traveled with their parents. They rented a car and everything, and she was just she was just exactly the way she is now, but she was so open to just having a conversation with us, even though she never met us before. And she was so grateful to have the lunch and a ride back to the airport for whatever reason. And I just thought, oh, if she ever decided she would get into Mary Kay, she'd be so good. And it was kind of cool when she talks about that, because she was all in for what she was doing. She loved it. She believed in it, but weary. It was so cool. Like, we were like, "Ooh, go."
That's so fun. Okay, well,
And Dan,
hey.
what did you see? What did you see? Because you saw when she decided to get to work. Remember that? And she would not wear heels on or anything. She wore Tom's shoes and a beauty coat every single day, everywhere she went, until she They were doing hundreds of parties a month.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, and the beauty, just everywhere she went, she had a beauty coat on.
Mm-hmm.
In this takeaway from Kristen.
Discomfort.
And after she
the truth.
Say that again, Terry.
Discomfort has a way of pointing you to the truth.
Yes. Yes. Phyllis, what were you going to say, hon?
Well, when she was working with John Maxwell and the traveling and then living paycheck to paycheck, and then she said, "That's it. That's enough. I'm done."
Yeah. For sure.
The funny thing was when she called her mom, and mom was silent. And I heard her tell the story before, and I just like, that is hysterical. She just mom got really quiet.
Yep.
Hard thing to do as a mom.
It is. It is.
What do you think, Amy?
There was something she said about momentum, and I didn't quite get it all, but momentum and movement, like keep moving.
Momentum matters.
Yeah. And the time.
Yeah.
It's time to move.
Yeah, like holding the parties close together.
Yeah.
Movement builds momentum.
That's what it was.
Right.
I was trying to write movement. Yeah.
Movement builds momentum. That's exactly it. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that we got our part 3 done. Now I'm going to hand it over to Trish, because she wants to show you something she found that I was super excited to see. So I'm turning it over to you, friend.
And I'm going to screen share and hope it works. Let's see.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. It'll work.
It'll work.
All right, guys. The other day I have a new team, and sometimes when you have a new team member, you're like, holy cow, they're asking me stuff, and maybe I don't know where this stuff is, because In Touch has changed a lot. Would you agree? And thank God, when I came back from my surgery and stuff, I called Danny probably 47 times in the first 2 months going, where do I find this? Where do I find this? Because things had changed in my mind so much. Probably not truthfully, but in my mind coming back, they did. But this new consultant asked me, and she'd been in Mary Kay a long time, like 2013, way back then. And she said, well, is there any flyers on Mary Kay that I can like put up at my apartment complex to say, yeah. And she said, there used to be, right? And I'm like, yes, I remember those, but where are they now was a big fat question. And so I want to show you guys on this screen, because sometimes we tell you about stuff and I'm like, do you even know where it is? Because there's so much on Touch. There's over 60 years worth of wisdom on here and so much. And so what I'm showing you is if you go to Business Tools, hopefully you guys can see this, Business Tools, and you come down to Document Library and tell me if it changed. You can see this new page now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I thought, where am I going to look? Where am I going to look? And I went down here. I was so proud of myself choosing right on the first try. Marketing and advertising. That sounded good, right?
Yeah.
And so then I pulled it up and I'm like, oh, I couldn't see what I mean, they're so tiny, right? I can see what these all were. And I thought, oh, here's a flyer about skincare about retinol. That'd be good. Here's one about a miracle set. Here's one promoting a party. And so I downloaded those, but I'm like, what are some of these other kind of cool things? And I had seen the pink doing good before. I had seen, this sustainability report, but right up here, and Mark Pride Points is awesome. But this one, the first one on the left, is so cool. And if you guys haven't seen this yet, you're gonna flip out when you see it. But what you have to do on these is you have to pick an item and then you have to download it. And it downloads immediately your screen. And then let me see if you can see what I'm seeing now. Let me stop sharing to show you the new one. Stop that actual document real quick. And it is right here. Okay, share. You guys, I've never seen anything this concise, this organized, and this pretty all in the same place my whole entire Mary Kay career. I've never seen this. And if you think about it, a lot of people, if they can't find something, they do nothing. Right? And so this is a 4-page document. And I told Dan, I'm printing this out for myself, but I'm printing it out for all teams, not even double-sided, because I think it would be really good, like put it in page protectors or something. But this covers every single thing that you need to know. And I like the title of it, Consumer Marketing Resources, because it's not a good enough name for the average person. But what it does is it tells you where to find every single thing. So if you want to have help with booking, like you go to this booking one, it says your hostessing and booking headquarters, and then it tells you where to find this information. Go to Mary Kay in Touch, go to education, and then click on booking. You guys think that would be helpful for some on your team?
Yeah.
Yes. And then like here talks about my shop. Yeah, and for me, that's what I told Dan. I said, I need for me, so I printed it out right away. Over here, my shop tells you like, what is it? What does it mean? And it tells you all the bullet points of it. Sell 24/7, blah, 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 all these different things about it. And then over here on the right side, it says, how do you get it? So it says, go to InTouch, then business tools, then shop manager. What's the cost? Oh, it's free. It's included because you're a consultant. Because people don't always want to ask a question like that. They get embarrassed or they don't want to bother you or whatever. And so there's all these categories on here. Products, selling, PCP. Do you know how much time that I've spent explaining PCP? Well, it's right here. It's right here. And then social media, huge thing on social media, digital library and video library, team building resources, where to get all this stuff is in there. Mary Kay interactive catalogs. I forget sometimes we have those. So this will help me remember the things we have to promote to our customers. E-cards. I haven't been using those very much. They're phenomenal and they're free. The beauty news. If you're not sure what this is when you're in a new customer, you're like, what is that even? What is that? Here's the information about it right here. CDS and my shop, MK Actions, where they get business cards and things. My customers, the Skin Analyzer app, the Mirror Me app, foundation finding tool. All on it. Their page numbers are beautiful. I think the layout's amazing. Whoever did this layout should get like an award. So I want to challenge you guys to print it out. And print it out, all 4 pages in color. It looks prettier. I tried white, it was boring, but in color, and really look at each of those things. And I think for my own unit members, I'm going to get them little star stickers. And when they've looked at each one or feel like they know what each one is, just to give themselves a little star sticker on there, because these are all areas that can help us be better consultants, sell more product, do better with customer service, spend less time. E-card is a great time saver, and I always forget to use them. So it'll save you time, it'll save you money, it'll save you. If you have a new consultant, you're going to go here. Like this is going to be my new consultant packet that goes out to our new team members. Because depending on their personality, this document I think covers all of them. It covers an I because it's pretty, right? And it's sparkly and stuff. It covers the C because it has all those details. It covers an F because take it a little bite at a time when they have time. And it covers a D because it's like, well, how do I win? Well, these are all ways that you can win. There's no fluff, really.
Right.
But it feels fluffy. So what do you guys think of that document?
I love it.
You can tell I like it, huh? You can tell I'm excited.
Yes.
Woo! So
She was
thought-
pumped.
I was pumped. Okay, have you seen this? So, but there's other things
And-
there too. And when you click on some of these other ones, it even has extra options. Like if you wanted to add a school newspaper, it has the specific size requirements and all the things to make it totally legal. So don't be afraid to look at all those sections individually and really become like a pro at what your own business has to offer. That's it. That's
I love
it.
it.
I'm done.
I love it. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to do. We're going to talk about Thursday.
Okay.
Thursdays are going to become a very, very big day for us because we're going to grow. We're on the grow, right? And so we all want to get in our red jackets if we're not. And we want to have a sea of red jackets at Career Conference. And that way you guys can all be a part of your Team 2000, where you're able to be getting, 4, 6, or 8% commission or 9 and 13% commission because you're moving up to team leader or elite team leader. And we want to be able to help you do that. And so we all have talked about how we know that in-person is where it's at. Not that virtual doesn't work, because it does. It has its place. But I really believe that we need to make sure that we are offering up for our own businesses as well, opportunities for us to, get in people's space and be able to have fun and have a good time and chat and, talk about the Mary Kay business, layering in amongst other things. But I got to listen to National Sales Director Emeritus Jillian Ortega, and she was talking about where she needed to get on the grow in her unit. And this was how she was able to get to, $500,000 right away. It was how she was able to double it and get to $1 million right away. And it was by creating these events. Okay. And with Thursdays is a good day because if people are sleepy, they can get through Friday. Do you know what I mean? For the people that have jobs and stuff on Fridays. And February is the month of love.
Right.
And so what we're going to be doing is like satin lips and some lip products for them to try. We'll have a little beauty bar, if you will. And we're going to do it over at IKEA at Durango and Sunset up in the food court area. We'll take a little corner and get ourselves hooked up there. And it's going to be from 6:45 to 7:45. Okay? An hour. But here's the deal. If we want this to grow, we got to hunker down and make sure that we've got guests. Okay? Right. And this is where I want you to imagine this for a second. If I bring 3 and Trish brings 3 and Phyllis brings 3 and Terry brings 3 and Amy brings 3, that's 15 people.
Right.
That's as much as we can handle for right now.
Yeah. And that would translate to, we could conceivably have 3 to 4 people say yes to Mary Kay on Thursday night if we could get 3 people, right? The goal would be to get us to each bring 5 people. Absolutely. And they don't have to necessarily be interested, because what we're also going to do is do a little bit of marketing within it where the guests are going to read some of the bullet points of Mary Kay. And you guys will have the answers ahead of time. So you don't even have to worry. Each of you would have the answers on a card. So when they say, how much does it cost to start a Mary Kay business? Amy can go, I'm so glad you asked that, guest. The answer is, and you can read it right off the card. And it kind of becomes like a ha-ha game show kind of vibe, right? And basically, we're going to have, if I were bringing guests, which I am, I will be buying their dessert. Okay? That's your admission, is get them, offer them, look up the menu and see what do they offer. What is, I'll give you a Swedish meatball if you can come. That's not really dessert.
You said I think I'll put Swedish meatballs on it. I said, don't you dare.
Yeah, I will give you a single Swedish meatball if you come. I'm kidding. But those are delicious. Okay, anyway, so getting them there is fun. We'll have the new lip glosses. We'll have honestly, we should probably have just the Color Theory lipsticks on hand so they can kind of, test those around. And that way it's not 87 lip products being passed around, but everybody gets the satin lips treatment, and we can show off, this is how we can wrap it real cute for Valentine's Day. Have you started your Valentine's Day shopping yet? Have you finished your Valentine's Day shopping yet? And we're just going to do this on Thursdays. And this month we're going to grow. So when I bring this up to you just now from 6:45 to 7:45 on Thursday, what day is today? Today is the 2nd, and it's Monday. So that's the 5th, on Thursday the 5th, which is not a lot of time to get some people. Did any names like pop into your brain of who you could ask to come? Or did panic rip through your body and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this?
Or who lives on that side of town?
Terry lives on that side of town. Yeah, Terry lives on that side of town. Phyllis is south of that, but ish,
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy and I have the furthest to drive.
Yeah.
But we also have some other consultants that are in that area as well that we could hope that they can attend as well. But we're going to have a flyer because Amy Foster is working on a flyer for us. And so we'll have that. Yeah, we'll have it ready for you to pass around and share. And, you guys, I've told you all the silly ways that I've gotten people to do things. I can't come unless I have a guest, which is true. I remember there was an event at Rebecca's house years ago, and I wasn't allowed to come unless I had a guest. So I brought a guest. And, and then it was a huge marketing event. So I was just kind of like, oh, I didn't realize that was going on because I was not really paying attention in my business at this point. And it got done. And all of a sudden she's like, well, I could see myself maybe doing that to help myself get through dental school. A seed was planted for this former student of mine who then signed up and was one of the last people to help me earn my car.
Oh, nice.
A few months later, or a year later. It was like a year later when this happened. But, it's the layering, right? And it'll be fun because it's Trish and me, and we're a lot of fun. Who doesn't want to hang out with us?
That's right.
Right? Yeah. And who doesn't want to hang out with you guys?
Yeah, you guys are the best. And our sharing will be an hour or less. I mean, depending on how many people are there. So
yeah,
nobody's going to get drawn into something that's keeping them because the restaurant closes at 8. So we will be out.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we put 7:45. So, you're not seeing people walk around cleaning up maybe or something at the same time. So,
right.
And we can try it. If it works, great. If not, we'll try different places, but it's big enough that it can hold people without,
So I've only been to IKEA once. Is there a way to get to the food court without having to walk through the whole maze?
Yes, there is. You
There is.
Walk in and you take the escalator upstairs and then you turn left and it's right there.
Okay.
You don't have to go through the whole
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be wearing my beauty coat because that's what we're doing. We're working. We're wearing the flats are going to be on, and I'm wearing my beauty coat. By golly.
That's
And we'll have some trays and mirrors so that they can, if they want to have the lip sample to try, that it'll be there for them. But satin lips, I think, is like Danny said, is our biggest thing to do because you literally could wipe it off with the tissue and get the benefit of it.
Right. So everybody gets a satin lips treatment. We'll have, I'll have the fuzzy keychains for their gifts for coming.
Oh, also, I had a question.
I have an answer.
I placed an order Saturday and I need more sales slips and it's out of stock. Unless I'm really Spanish.
Sales slips are out of stock?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious. Okay, we could probably create one on Canva.
Well, I was like, I could just copy some.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Just do that.
I have like
Yeah.
8 left.
Well,
But
that's not
Yeah.
enough for
You
you.
know, when your pile gets down, you're like, oh, I need more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. Did you see where it has that out of stock page? Did it say when they're coming back?
I didn't look on there.
Okay, I'll check it while you guys are chatting. Go ahead.
Okay. Cool. What else you guys thinking?
I was thinking of doing like a Galentine's
Yes.
little mask and eye patches and
Yeah.
mint bliss.
I think that's a great idea.
And
We could do that the following week.
yeah,
You do more than one.
they look cute.
Yeah.
We could do just our noses so that we don't have so much
That's
to wipe
awesome.
off.
Hmm.
Put that in.
It's a great idea.
It doesn't say anything on In Touch about those sales slips being out of stock. So,
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
couldn't
send them-
order them.
yeah, no, I'm not saying you could. I'm just saying it doesn't say anything on there, which is a good thing because that means that it might just be like a day or two. I will do a chat with Mary Kay in the
It
morning
might
and
just
find
be a
out.
day or two that they're out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that chat in the morning to corporate and I'll post it on Dan for you guys to say.
Okay.
That'd be great. Cool. And then for next week, I want to see if I can get you guys to be in charge of the topic
Oh,
for doing a little bit of training. What do you think? We're going to meld together attitude and image in one fell swoop. So who would like to do a little bit of attitude? And who would like to do a little bit of image?
Maybe they want to know what you mean by that. What do you want from them?
Well,
I see Terry's face. Yeah. What do you
Terry's
mean
like,
by
what
that?
the heck are you talking about? Okay,
yeah,
talking
so
about?
be more specific.
Attitude would be kind of like the emotional management piece of things.
Okay.
I can share my PowerPoint with you, and you can.
How do you keep a good attitude? You know, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do about it.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. On the image, you know, how do we make sure that people know that we're a step above? Because you're all awfully beautiful today. But yesterday when I was delivering products, I was not Mary Kay cute, and I just prayed no one answered the door.
Oh,
And I was just doing ding dong ditches on my customers I was dropping stuff off for. I said, your ninja consultant just swung by.
I text them that after I do it. When I do.
Oh no, yeah, I did it after.
What do I?
Your ninja consultant just came by.
Sorry, I missed you.
So sorry I missed you. Yeah, it's good. I said the eagle has landed.
I think you guys all have something unique that you can bring to the table, like even of an experience where you like had to realize your attitude was kind of not in the best place, and how did you overcome it, or you know, how do you go from your job to Mary Kay cute after if you have an appointment? I mean, there's so many things you can do. And Danny's not talking 15 minutes; it's like 2 to 3 minutes. You don't even have to,
Yeah.
you know, stretch it out.
I can do image.
Okay, Phyllis is gonna do some image. Good.
I'll do image.
What was the other option?
Attitude.
Attitude
And
/ emotional
people.
management. That could be
Yeah.
something that the two of you each give a little piece for Terry
Yeah,
and Amy. What do you think?
I can do some of that too. Yeah, I can give it a little bit of that. Yeah, give a little bit of attitude, but talk about the attitude part because of going from the job and then,
Yeah.
you know, either going to a Mary Kay event or going to a Mary Kay appointment or whatever. So yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad it's going to be recorded. I won't be here next Monday, but I'll be watching it back. So that's exciting.
She is. Trish gets to go and see the what's new at the Smith Center next season for the Broadway series.
Ooh, cool.
Oh,
So
fun.
I'm very excited to hear about it. I'll be getting the details as the evening progresses next
Yes,
week.
I
I'm
will.
excited.
Yes, I will. It's usually
Yeah.
with Steph Medeski. He does a job of promoting it. And they usually have a couple singers there and stuff. It's very, very exciting.
Yeah, it's super fun. Cool. All right, my friends. Well, your challenge for this week. 3 guests for Thursday night. 3 guests, recruitable guests. Relatives count if they're over 18. And you can, blame us. I really want to come, and you need to try some satin lips. Come on, it'll be fun.
Everybody has
Cool.
chapped lips all year long.
Everybody
And
needs to
Princess
take care of their
Leia.
lips. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. We'll have big fun, you guys. I promise. Okay. Go out there and have $1 million week. Okay, friends?